Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be going over the top 10 shooting guards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Now, when I first thought about the shooting guard position, I was like, man, it is going to be super stacked. But the more I look through these guys, the more I realize it is very top heavy. You know, you got the heavy hitters, like obviously the MJ, DeRozan, T-Mac. Then I think it falls off, like especially towards the bottom. At the bottom, it was very tough for me to even come up with, 7 through 10, just because I didn't know how guys would, compare to each other. It got very difficult for me, going through, like, does Juan Carlos Navarro, is he a top 10 shooting guard? Zach LaVine, like, it got really tough for me towards the bottom of this list. But before we dive into who is number 10 on my list, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we are on the road to 60,000 subscribers. Coming in at number 10 for me is Galaxy Opal Billy Owens, a card a lot of you guys might have a lot higher than this, but here's the thing about Billy Owens for me. Yes, he's great defensively. Yes, on offense, he gives you a lot. He doesn't have hot spots from above the break, and his release is almost too quick for me. I cannot green with this Billy Owens card. I shot, 20, 30 shots in the gameplay, and only green 2 of them. Does have hot spots from both corner, 37 Hall of Famers, 19 on gold, 89 3 ball, 97 driving dunk, 93 Super Bowl, 86 boner, 96 speed acceleration as well as 96 lateral quickness. There's no reason he shouldn't be higher on my list with Hall of Fame Showtime, these shooting badges. Defensively, Hall of Fame chase artist, clamps, hard crusher, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger, pickpocket. Like, there's realistically no reason he should not be a top 6 or 7 shooting guard in the game. But what it ultimately comes down to, guys, is I cannot green the Damian Lillard release on very quick. I just can't. And if I can't do that, then what is Billy Owens doing for me on the court? Now, he's still knocked down a lot of whites. He was fine in the gameplay. But when you compare him to 7, 8, 9 on my list, who am I more comfortable using in a, unlimited or competitive type setting? And Billy Owens isn't one of them. I think the Billy Owens effect really shows how truly important hotspots are, no matter the circumstance. And here's what I mean. I think a lot of people would have had Billy Owens way ahead of Michael Redd, but for me, I'm more comfortable with Galaxy Opal Michael Redd. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan with hot spots from everywhere. 98 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, 93 super ball, 91 ball handle, 95 speed, as well as a 94 lateral quickness. There's not that much difference stat-wise in Billy Owens and Michael Redd. Michael Redd's just a way better shooter. Billy Owens is better at attacking the rim, as well as has, he's a little bit taller than Michael Redd, but still gold Showtime. Shooting badges, just look at Michael Redd. And here's the big thing for Michael Redd. If you're on next gen, he's going to be a lot better because of the Hall of Fame blinders. Playmaker-wise, very solid. Defensively, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, intimidator, pick dodger, and tireless defender. So pretty solid through and through. Tendency-wise, solid enough. Sigs-wise, Ray Allen's release on quick. That's the big thing. I can green way more consistently with Michael Redd than Billy Owens. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. Now, that's not the only thing that matters in 2K. You guys know that I'm a defense head. But when I green 2 out of 23s, when in reality, Michael Redd probably greens at least 8, that's a big red flag to me. Coming in at number 8 is a guy that is, in my opinion, pretty similar to Michael Redd in Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin is an inch taller, hotspots from everywhere, 35 Hall of Famers, 19 on gold, 98 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, 91 speed ball, 86 motor, 94 speed as well as a 95 lateral quickness, gold Showtime as well. Now the big difference is that Chris Mullin doesn't have steady shooter. So that's the big thing on current gen. Chris Mullin's better. Next gen, I would probably argue that Michael Redd is better. Playmaker wise, still very solid with the Hall of Fame quick first step as well as gold unpuckable. Defensively, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, intimidator, pick dodger, pickpocket, ties defender. Literally super comparable to Michael Redd. Tendency wise, solid through and through. Sigs wise, jump shot 22 on very quick. Now, you guys heard me say earlier that Dame's release on very quick is one I couldn't handle. Now this release for Chris Mullin here, jump shot 22 on very quick, I could handle it. I thought it was a very smooth and easy release to time, as well as he's just a better shooter. So maybe it's just the green window being just a little bit bigger, and maybe that's the thing for Billy Owens. Maybe it's just the lack of hot spots that really hurt him is why I couldn't green. But that's why I have Chris Mullin higher than him. Pro 2 sides of escape, Pro 3 moving behind the back. Absolutely ridiculous for Chris Mullin. One of the most underrated cards in NBA 2K21. Now, I do think there's a pretty big gap between Chris Mullin and a guy like Pistol Pete Maravich. Now, I'm going to say this. Pistol Pete is he's a rare card on this list. The thing is, Pistol Pete, if you have him, you're more than likely running him at the point guard position. But, I mean, he is on the shooting guard tier list, so we just got to rank him kind of there. But 6'5", 6'8", wingspan, hot spots from everywhere. 97 3-ball, 85 driving dunk, 96 field ball, 98 ball, and 96 speed acceleration, as well as a 96 lateral quickness. Only gold showtime. So, here's the thing. Pistol Pete on next gen might be the best point guard in the game. He really, truly might be the best point guard in the game. Where on current gen, he's not mid, but he's just not that next level good, right? He's maybe a top 6 or 7 point guard on current gen, if that. But on next gen, I think he might be the best point guard in the game. Playmaker wise, obviously he's incredible. Even defense, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger, and pickpocket. So all the way around, he's incredible with those 40 Hall of Fame badges. Tendency wise, very, very solid, especially on the defensive end. Sigs wise, Ray Allen release on quick. You guys know how much I truly love that release. Pro 2 sides of escape, Pro 2 tween is very, very notable and solid. Pro 6 move by the back on current gen is very solid as well. All the way around, guys, I'm high on Pistol Pete, especially for how good he can be on next gen. Most of you guys know I primarily play current gen, but just as a respect standpoint, you gotta respect what Pistol Pete can do. Coming in at number 6 for me, I think I said Galaxy Opal Pistol Pete, but I meant Dark Matter Pistol Pete and Dark Matter J.R. Smith. 6'6", 6'10" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere on the court. Now, I do think JR is more apt to play at that shooting guard position, actually, compared to a Pistol Pete. 40 Hall of Famers, 18 on gold, 99 3-ball, 97 driving dunk, 95 2-ball, 98 ball, 95 speed acceleration, as well as a 96 lateral quickness. Hall of Fame Showtime, range extender, Hall of Fame steady. So next gen, you guys kind of know what that means. Hall of Fame blinders. Playmaker wise, Hall of Fame ankle breaker, handles for days, quick first step, space creator, tight handles, as well as unpluckable. Defense, Hall of Fame chaser artist, clamps, hard crusher, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger, pogo stick, ties, fender, and trapper. Now here's the thing about JR. I think his defense goes so underrated. 95 speed, 96 lateral quickness with these defensive badges. I get it. He might not be the best on offense just because on current gen he has blinders. On next gen, it's just not the smooth. I don't think it's the quickest release in the game. But still, I do think JR is much underrated. I feel like people don't appreciate how much he does give you. 100 driving dunk tendency, great defensive tendency, 6 wise jump shot, 49 on quick. Pro 2 sides of escape. The thing about this card that breaks it for me are his moving dribble 6. Moving crossover is poor. Pro 4, which is terrible. Moving on the back's Pro 2. I don't like that either. That's what really breaks the card in my opinion. If he had Pro 3 moving behind the back and Pro 2 moving tween, you would see him probably as a top 3 shooting guard on my list. Coming in at number 5 for me is a guy that played a big part in 2K. This card was released nearly 3 months ago and is still a top 3 shooting guard in my opinion in the game. And John Havlicek, 6'5", 6'8", wingspan, hotspots from everywhere. 95 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 93 speed ball, 86 ball, and 93 speed acceleration, as well as that 97 lateral quickness. Big thing for me about Hondo, a lot of people don't think of him as being able to attack the rim, but he does have Hall of Fame contact finisher, still has gold showtime. Obviously, shooting wise, the Hall of Fame hot zone hunter combined with range extender is just ridiculous. Playmaker wise, Hall of Fame handles for days, quick first step, tight handles, as well as Hall of Fame unpluckable. In the defense for Hondo, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, intimidator, pickpocket, ties fender, and trapper still makes him relevant today. Pass interception tendency is good. On-ball steal tendency is good. Contest shot and block shot tendencies aren't very good. Again, I'm not sure exactly how much those tendencies matter, but those are juiced up on nearly every card we see now. Sigs wise, jump shot 98 on quick. This is the first jump shot 98 on quick that we saw all year long and just kind of started the trend, right? We haven't really gotten there yet, but I promise you a wave of jump shot 98 on quick players are going to come. We have AK, obviously the Danny Ferry. Just expect more and more in them, more and more of those types of players as we go on through this year. Pro 2 sides of escape, Pro 2 tween, as well as a Pro 2 moving behind the back, which isn't good. But the Pro 2 tween combined with everything else just adds to what Hondo can give you. Now, it was tough to not put Galaxy Opal Kawhi in my top 3, but coming in at number 4 is Galaxy Opal Kawhi, 6'7", 7'3", wingspan, 22 Hall of Famers, 34 on gold. Absolutely love Kawhi. I really, truly do. And what he can bring to the table, I just don't think he's in that top 3. I really, truly don't. But looking at Kawhi, 94 3-ball, 90 driving dunk, 90 speed ball, 86 boner, 94 speed, as well as the 98 lateral quickness, Hall of Fame Showtime, range extender, catch and shoot, hot start. Now, it does have Hall of Fame steady shooter. Obviously, next gen, that does turn to blinders. Now, if there's one card I feel like it doesn't matter as much with, it's Kawhi Leonard. With his Ray Allen base as well as whatever his upper is on quick, I agree more with Kawhi than about anybody in the game. Playmaker-wise, Hall of Fame handles for days, quick first step, unpluckable. Defensively, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, intimidator, pick dodger, pickpocket, tireless defender, and trapper. So if you're looking for a guy to just defend, Kawhi Leonard is still the man with the plan. Sig-wise, obviously, Ray Allen base on quick, Pro 2, sides of escape, Pro 3, moving crossover. Pro 5, moving behind the back is solid. The Pro 3, moving crossover isn't anything to write home about. But, I mean, Kawhi, say what you want. As a secondary ball handler, can get the job done. And I'm so glad I had him on my squad for the 250K tournament. And so it's like, how am I supposed to put Kawhi above a guy like Dark Matter Michael Jordan? In my opinion, you just can't. MJ, 6'6", 6'11 wingspan, 39 Hall of Famers, 21 on gold, hotspots from everywhere, 94 3-ball, 98 driving dunk, 96 b-ball, 93 ball handle, 98 speed acceleration was a 99 lateral quickness. Basically a GOAT card, especially on the defensive end. Hall of Fame Showtime, range extender, tally shooter, volume shooter, deadeye, flexible, hot zone hunter, playmaker wise, Hall of Fame downhill, handles for days, quick first step, unpluckable. Defensively, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, interceptor, intimidator, does come with pick dodger, pickpocket, tireless defender, and trapper as well. So when I talk about compare a guy like Kawhi to Michael Jordan, yes, Kawhi does give you something. I like Kawhi's jumper more. I like Kawhi's height and versatility more. But MJ is just one step above. 100 driving dunk tendency, defensive tendencies, literally as good as you can make them. MJ's release on quick. A lot of people don't like this release. I personally don't mind it at all. Pro 2 sides of escape, Pro 3 moving behind the back. I just really do like what MJ brings. If there weren't the two shooting guards I have above, as well as the center Kevin Durant, MJ would be on my squad, no doubt about it. Coming in at number 2 for me is Dark Matter Demar Derozan. Now, you can make a case on current gen, he is the number 1 shooting guard in the game. You absolutely can. On next gen, there's no chance, right? Current gen, though, absolutely. If you want to say DeMar is the best card in the game, or best shooting guard in the game, go for it. Be my guest. 6'7", 6'9" wingspan, 39 Hall of Famers, hot spots from everywhere, 20 on gold, 95 3-ball, 98 driving dunk, 93 ball, 90 ball handle, 94 speed, as well as a 93 lateral quickness. Now, the thing I like about DeMar Derozan is although he's not the best on the defensive end, and when I say that compared to like MJ, he's still very serviceable. Does come with Hall of Fame Showtime, slowly finisher, and underrated bad. Shooting wise, Hall of Fame hot zone hunter, range extender, flexible, no steady shooter, which is the big reason I do think you can make the debate that on current gen he is the best shooting guard in the game. Playmaker wise, Hall of Fame ankle breaker, handles for days, quick first step, space creator, stop and go, and tight handles, as well as Hall of Fame unpluckable. Defensively, Hall of Fame clamps, interceptor, intimidator, as well as pick dodger. Now looking at the tendencies of DeRozan here, 100 driving dunk tendency, decent enough defensive tendencies, not the best that we have seen. Trey Burke base on quick, absolutely butter release. Pro 2 sides of escape. Pro 1 moving behind the back is one of the most underrated behind the backs in the game. I absolutely don't mind Pro 1 at all, at least on current gen. And just the shifty dribble style, I think on next gen matters as well. But DeMar Derozan is very solid, coming in as my second best shooting guard in NBA 2K21. You guys probably guessed it, coming in as my best shooting guard in NBA 2K21 is Dark Matter Tracy McGrady, 6'8", 7'2" wingspan, hotspots from everywhere, 39 on the favors, 24 on goal, 98 3-ball, 99 driving dunk, 96 speed ball, 97 ball handle, 97 speed, as well as a 97 lateral quickness. When you look at a T-Mac, you're like, how are we even going to get a better Tracy McGrady card? And my answer to that question is, I don't know. Hall of Fame Showtime, range extender, hot zone hunter, Hall of Fame flexible. He does have Hall of Fame steady shooter, so on current gen, that's the way you could get a better card, is having one with non-Hall of Fame steady. But on next gen, that is Hall of Fame blinders. Playmaking, Hall of Fame ankle breaker, handles for days, quick first step, space creator, tight handles, as well as Hall of Fame unpluckable. Defensively, Hall of Fame clamps, hard crusher, interceptor, intimidator, pick dodger, as well as tireless defender. Tendency wise, very elite on both the offensive tendencies as well as the defensive tendencies. Six wise, Trey Burke base on quick, same release as DeMar Derozan. Pro 2 sides of escape, Pro 1 moving by the back. DeMar Derozan is literally a Tracy McGrady clone. DeMar Derozan, no steady shooter, a little bit smaller. Tracy McGrady, Hall of Fame blinders, as well as a little bit taller. So it's preference when it comes down to those two guys. But no doubt about it, Tracy McGrady is my top shooting guard in NBA 2K21. Alright, that is going to wrap it up for my top 10 shooting guards in NBA 2K21. If you guys didn't see your guy on the list, let's say you're a big Darius Miles fan, you wanted to see him on the list, more Mo Pete, guys like that, and didn't, let me know who I left out down below in the comments, because I'm sure I left out some of your guys' favorite players, but it was tough. It was tough, especially the 7 through 10 range. I struggled quite a bit. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.